You know, I had my doubts about you. After seeing you back there, I have to admit, you have a lot more skill than I expected. I suppose so. You couldn't pull off the assassination contracts if you didn't have some kind of skill. I just... You don't even have weapons on you. You have nothing but your bare hands. Not even armor, and you were fighting right alongside me. That's a lot of bravery, it's a lot of technique, and it's very impressive. Oh no, you're not getting this back. I'm keeping a hold of this map because this is my guarantee. This is my guarantee that you don't double-cross me. No, I don't think you could. I don't think you would. Now, this axe is still freshly sharpened, and I wouldn't hesitate to swing it your way if I had to. But I'd much rather study this map. No, I know how to read a map. No. Just because you impressed me back fighting our way out of there doesn't mean that I'm giving it back to you. I'm going to memorize it, and then I'm going to store it away safely where no one else can get it. No, but we do have a very good sense of direction. I don't even really know how it works, but I always know which way I'm going. I don't get lost. Very helpful, running around in those labyrinths. Everyone loves to throw us in, you know? So I will memorize this, and then I will keep it safe, and you will follow me and watch my back. Just because you can handle yourself against a few guards who weren't expecting a fight doesn't mean that you're capable of fighting off every single bounty hunter that comes our way. And you know they will. I mean, for God's sakes, they framed you to get this map. They probably already know we're gone. There's probably already a bounty on me, and yours is most definitely higher than it was. Then you should know exactly who they're going to send after us. Right? At least I would hope so. They are your colleagues. No, you can stay in front where I can see you. I will tell you if we're turning somewhere. It's in my best interest to keep you in one shape. The more hands I have to help with this, the more likely I'll succeed. And if there are any sort of traps or anything, I mean, depending on what kind they are, between the two of us, I think we can handle them. A good point. We should find somewhere to get you some kind of equipment. You're an assassin. You're very good at sneaking around without being seen. How good are you at getting in and out of places with something you're not supposed to take? Well, this circles back to the whole you can help me and I can help you thing. I'm not exactly good at subtlety. Well, I don't need to be. What use is sneaking around for an executioner? Totally, absolutely none, but in your line of work. So, you are going to go get whatever you need, and I will stand watch outside, and, if necessary, make a very, very effective distraction. Though I might not be subtle, but that comes with its own benefits. No one's going to be looking in the blacksmith shop when there's a rampaging Minotaur knocking down the front gate to the city. Well, I'd rather not. I mean, that will make my bounty a lot worse. But if it's necessary, I mean, that's what teamwork is. Doing what you can to help each other. Because of where this map leads. You know what it is, don't you? Or did you think it was fake? No, it's not fake. No, we have a bit of a sixth sense about these things. We have a little bit of, I don't know, an innate ability to tell if a map is accurate or not. I'm not sure. I guess it's part of that whole never getting lost thing. No, I couldn't say what is on the map. I can just tell you if the map is genuine or not. And maybe it has something to do with the whole connection to earth elements? I don't really know, but... Well, I'm not a shaman. Well, I was an executioner. Before that, I was a warrior, a bodyguard. We're talking a lot about me right now. Let me ask you a few questions here, because you're the assassin, you're going to know who's going to be sent after us. Trust me. I broke you out of prison. I rescued you from the executioner's axe, which, by the way, I still have with me. You can trust me because I put myself at risk for this map. And of course not for you. I don't know you. I do believe that it's very possible someone would frame you and try to take this map from you. Absolutely. But I don't know that that's true. And I'm not going to go running around hoping that I'm putting the trust in the right place. That's why I'm holding the map. You know, you're still unarmed. And unarmored. So if you'd really like to try that, I guess I can just take you back in and tell them it's all magic. Illusion magic. Trying to control my mind. And fortunately for me, I was able to resist it at the last second. Or we can put these little threats behind us. You and I are a team now. And if we manage to make it there, we will be set for life. You know, I probably could. But to be perfectly honest with you, I find the idea of watching a little human assassin fighting things very, very amusing. So very amusing. Well, everyone I grew up with, we're all very big, we use very large weapons, we're very loud. You are so different. Quiet, small. Oh, I don't mean to offend. I just mean, in comparison to me, well, you are, objectively. And yet you took out several of those guards, with no weapon, without monstrous strength, I suppose we'll say. I mean, I literally have natural weapons on my head at all times. You don't even have a hat. And yet you took out as many of those guards as I did. It's impressive, it's interesting, it's different. I want to see more. Well, like I told you, a dagger will not go through my hide. Well, maybe an enchanted dagger. And the top assassins they'll be sending after us are going to have enchanted equipment. Well, that's your part of the team. Watch my six. Ensure I'm safe. I will ensure you're safe. And together, we will follow these directions. You follow my mental map to the city of Aldecora. If you weren't sure it was real, you were a fool to stay with me this long. Oh, true, I guess it was better than death. Still. I want to see you in action. Almost as much as I want to get all of those riches that wait at that city. So you tell me, little assassin. Oh, you can quit being all upset. You may be average height for a human, but compared to me, you're very little. It's almost like watching a puppy, swinging around madly chasing its tail, and yet somehow it works out flawlessly. It's comical, but also incredibly impressive. While watching you, studying your techniques can only help me with mine. You know, I wasn't always an executioner. Well, yes, it is, but that's a little beside the point. You see, with my innate abilities, I was amazing at delivering supplies through the hills, across mountains. Well, think about it. I can carry anything that needs to be carried. And what sort of wild animals are going to ambush me? Merchants would have to deal with hiring bodyguards to fight off wolves that could attack their horses. All I have to do is bellow once and the wolves are scattered. No, doesn't always work on guards or bounty hunters, and that's something we'll have to contend with. You know, all this talking completely slipped my mind that we're heading somewhere to get you some equipment. The nearest city's about... No, besides the one we just broke out of, the nearest city is it's about a day's walk from here. Well, that's every possibility they sent word ahead. But you, stealthy little one, you can go in, and I'll make a ruckus at the front gate. Get your equipment, and we can be gone. You just tell me which gate. That is a great idea. But how about we wait until we are actually there and can see the full layout of the city and the landscape from the cliff that overlooks it? Then we can make more accurate plans and not just vague ideas of what might work. It's settled. If you'd like to continue talking while we walk, I don't mind it. But I personally prefer to just enjoy nature. It's very relaxing, very grounding. You might like it. You know, I figured as much. A few hours ago, you were about to lose your life, and now you literally have a second chance to stop and smell the flowers. I recommend you take it. Especially since if everything goes wrong when we get your equipment, you won't get another chance. You didn't know. Anyone who escapes from the executioner's block, they're not given a second chance. They're not given a second trial. Yes, immediate execution on the spot. You understand now, we have to be extremely careful. Once we get there, once we get this treasure, we can literally buy ourselves a pardon. But until then, we have got to be on our toes. Good, then we understand each other. A handshake. Oh, a human custom. Very well. I will shake hands on this. You have my word. We are a team until we have completed this job. Agreed? Excellent. We might want to pick up the pace. Those birds overhead look like messenger birds, and exactly 3 guesses what message they're carrying right now. It's unlikely that anything else as important has happened since we left the city, so we need to get there and get our things before they can fully institute any sort of security measures. Oh, don't worry. No, I have more than enough stamina for the both of us. I mean, I can carry you there. I won't force you, but if you do decide you'd like to be carried, let me know. We can go much more quickly then. Hello, everyone. This is Star, and thank you for listening. So, story time, I guess. When I was in high school, in 9th or 10th grade, so a couple years away from finishing my basic education here in the States, and we had to write a creative short story. And I wrote a story about essentially a video game titled The Legend of Aldecora, and it was always my dream to kind of create a world or something involving that idea. And in part 1, I was thinking about having the map lead to some sort of El Dorado, right? Some mythical city of gold with riches beyond your dreams. So, there we go. I just kind of blended the 2 words. So essentially, we're looking for the lost treasure of, I don't know, some ancient empire or something. Figure that out in part 3, I guess. I don't know, but we've got 2 unlikely teammates, an assassin and their executioner, racing against the clock to get to this city of gold before the corrupt leaders of the Adventurers Guild can intercept them. So we'll see how that goes. Thank you all for listening this far into the video. Thank you for your likes and your views. You know, it's almost become autopilot to say it by now, so I try to stop and make sure it doesn't come off a way I don't mean it. Because I am genuinely thankful. I really am. Thank you all so much, and I will see you next time. Bye. Mwah.